long before you can introduce yourself. People will determine whether or not you are assertive, aggressive, if you are weak or strong, even if you are intelligent, simply because of the sound of your voice. I'm Veronica and I want to share with you tonight how you can own your voice, no matter what your voice sounds like. I will start off with my voice journey, give you some background information, a few tips, and a summary. When I was a young girl growing up, I had a high-pitched voice like most young girls do. I was shy, didn't talk much. In fact, I didn't give eye contact to many adults. Fast forward, I became a speech major at the University of South Florida. Our professor decided to videotape us because he wanted us to critique ourselves. When I saw the video, I said that looked like me, but it didn't sound like me. I had no idea my voice had changed. It was as if I had swallowed the 3 Budweiser frogs. I suddenly understood why a hush would come over the room when I stood up in class to speak. I had what was called the E.F. Hutton effect. When E.F. Hutton talks, everybody listens, and everybody was also staring at me. When I was on the phone, I constantly had to remind the caller that I was a woman and not to call me sir. Well, I eventually grew into my voice. People kept staring, I kept talking, and eventually they kept on listening. Now when I'm on the phone, I wait to the end of the conversation and I laugh and say, my name is Veronica, not Vince. We have a good laugh and we move on in the conversation. Many people want to ascribe the high-pitched male voice or the low-pitched female voice with a sexual orientation. While there is nothing wrong with sexual orientation, one should not be ascribed that label simply because of the sound of their voice. Men with high-pitched voices are not considered authority figures. They maybe are not promoted or hired within the corporate arena. And when it comes to dating, males with high-pitched voices are rejected by females. Boxing heavyweight champion Mike Tyson has a high-pitched voice, but I bet you won't say that to his face. Bart Simpson was the voice of a full-grown woman who was paid handsomely $300,000 per episode to be his voiceover talent. I wouldn't mind that kind of payday. In fact, you can hire me to be the voiceover talent for Bart's dog at $3,000 per episode. I will bark all the way to the bank. Rook, rook. Maud, also known as Dorothy on the Golden Girls, she had a low-pitched voice, but she owned her voice by being a consummate and professional actor. Gilbert Gottfried, he had a high-pitched, nasally toned voice, but he used his voice in his comedic act, and that is how he owned his voice. There are varying surveys that say there are different reasons why males and females have high and low-pitched voices, and maybe because of your physical being or your vocal cords. And many times, there's nothing you can do about it. Some people have opted for surgery because they want to change their voice. However, you can actually change your voice to the point that no one will be able to hear you. The surgery may not be successful, and you might not have a voice at all. If you have some voice challenges, I want to share with you some tips how you can own your voice. We want to make sure that when you are communicating with someone, understand that words are only 7% of your message. So your words are important, and when you speak, you need to have a point, make a point, and get to the point. You want to make sure that your conversation matches the content. You want to make sure that you fit and follow the flow of the conversation. Your body language is 55% of your message. When you greet someone, make sure that you have an appropriate distance. Have that firm handshake. Your eye contact should not be glaring and staring, and your body fluid should be very nice and easy. Your tone of voice is 38% of your voice. So if a person asks you to repeat yourself because they were listening to the sound of your voice, as opposed to the words you were saying, repeat it very courteously and politely. Well, although I know it is difficult not to judge someone because of the sound of their voice, give them the opportunity to formally introduce themselves. before you allow their voice to do it for you. I'm Veronica Blakely, and I am a communication skills trainer. I teach individuals how to be effective communicators so they can present it and quit it. And I want to communicate to you tonight that I indeed own my voice. Thank you.